Welcome back, everyone. Austin-based producer and artist Joe Durniak is releasing his first solo music in nearly 10 years under the name Pretty Something. He joins us now to talk about it and mental health, which is a big portion of this EP. Joe, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here on this beautiful day.
Well, it's a beautiful day. It's a mental health day, I think. When we talk about like the moodiness of the weather outside, it kind of gives us these stay inside cozy vibes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about what made the timing right for this debut EP to come out in 2026, because you haven't had new music out in about a decade.
Yeah, so there was nothing specific about 2026 where I said, like, this is when it has to come out. It was really just the music telling me when it was time. I needed to find my voice, and they always say, write what you know. Mm-hmm. And what I know is chronic pain and depression, unfortunately. Or fortunately, because it's given me this thing to use to maybe help other people. And it finally was time. It just told me that it was time to release this music.
And tell me about Pretty Something. You've got kind of a cute little catchphrase.
Oh, yeah, so it's like pretty good, pretty bad, pretty something.
Pretty something.
Yes.
I like that. But let's delve into kind of the mental health component of it, because there is a real balance, I think, between just this is the worst that I'm feeling and I'm putting that into song, and also I want it to resonate with people. I want it to sound good. So talk to me a little bit about what was going through your head when you were putting these songs together.
I was trying to formulate a way of speaking about, like, because this album is like a love letter to the dark passenger, where like speaking to the entity that's beside me that's maybe causing these problems, or I'm just experiencing them. But I didn't want the music to be depressing. I didn't want it to be a depressing listen while you're depressed.
Right.
So I kind of aimed for more upbeat music. There's a little something for everybody on the record, but it is on a whole more upbeat than down and depressing.
I'm really interested by that choice, because you and I were also talking off camera about how hard depression can be when you, for example, can't even get out of bed or can't get off the couch.
Absolutely, and I have a song about that called Get Out, but it's really, really hard to be your own advocate when you're feeling depressed. It's hard to seek help, and there is help out there. It's just sometimes hard to find and hard to get off the couch and do it when you're feeling depressed.
Mm-hmm. It's something that I want to ask you about further, like, how do you cope? How do you do it? And is it putting it into song? This is the way that I'm finding to cope with having to be my own advocate, because it's a lot of work.
Yes.
When I'm otherwise depressed or very tired.
Yeah, it is. It definitely helped that I found my voice in this way, and that I wrote this music. But I can't say that it wasn't with medication. You know, like I needed the medication that I found with a provider, a therapist who retired now, unfortunately. But it's a combination of a lot of things that get you back to whole, getting back to the things you love. And maybe not even realizing that you've stopped loving things.
And so, an optimistic outlook. Who do you want to listen to this EP? Who are you hoping to reach?
I've already heard back from some people on the first like 3 singles, people that I didn't think were struggling, and all of a sudden they were telling me how much it resonated with them. I think that this belongs to the listeners. Whoever finds this music, I hope it speaks to them in the way that they can understand what I'm going through, and maybe they feel less alone.
I really like the sound of that. And I want to brag on your pedigree for a while if we can, because you've been behind the scenes a lot.
Yes.
But now, as you say, you're finding your voice, you're coming forward. Can you tell me a little bit about what you might have done behind the scenes that people might recognize?
So I do post-production mixing for television and film, so things like The Real Housewives.
I think that's so cool. I think that's so cool.
And then just mixing and producing for other artists. I've been facilitating other artists for a long time, and when I couldn't speak and have my own voice, it was easier to borrow joy from other people in their projects. And so I found joy in that, and now I've come back to my own music and find joy in it.
And how long then did it take you to write this EP?
There were little bits and such from years ago, but the process of compiling it all, recording it, mixing it, probably took 4 to 6 months of time. And I have, because of my background in the industry, I was able to do it all in my home mix room.
I was gonna say, you could probably polish it pretty quickly once you have all those bits and pieces.
Right, yeah, it was
together.
like the culling, but yeah, it was actually a good time. I felt really joyful about the process. I didn't feel, for the first time, I didn't feel like I was a perfectionist. It was more of just getting it done, and then the getting it done brought me joy.
Oh, and that's so interesting because perfectionism is the opposite. What do they say? Getting it done is the opposite of perfectionism.
Yeah, it's like the don't let the perfect get in the way of the good.
Yeah.
Or the done.
Or the done.
And it feels really good to be done with it in a way that I can share it with other people.
I think that's incredible. And it's coming out not too long from now, right? January 23rd?
Correct, yeah. And there are 3 singles out now, but I definitely want everybody to check out the album. I think there's something for everybody there.
I think that's so cool. And since I've got someone who is so into music with me, I have to know, when did you start? How young were you when you got into music?
My parents forced me to play the piano when I was a kid. And then I took up the alto saxophone in like elementary school. Then I flipped over to guitar in middle school, and then the kind of rest is history. I just picked up instruments along the way so that I could make an album.
Wow, I am so jealous of that ability. That's incredible. And a songwriter to boot on top of that. So
Thank you.
I've achieved a lot. And I'm really, we've just met, but I'm really proud of you personally for putting out there some vulnerable stuff in order to get people to be able to listen to it and possibly resonate with it, reach an audience you didn't know that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Well, thank you for having me today. This is incredible, and I hope that people find the album helpful in some way.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to listen to it right now. I appreciate it, Joe. Thank you so much. Learn more at prettysomethingmusic.com or on social media at prettysomethingmusic.